What is up, guys? What's up? Hey, look, I want to talk to you about, again, we're going to talk about investing in yourself and how to run your business and the things that you should do early on in your business, especially when you're buying equipment for like your t-shirt business. I'm going to give you a little bit of insight on what I feel is important about paying yourself and all this good stuff. And let's start out with this. Let's say that you sacrificed a little bit. Say you put it on a credit card, you bought yourself a decent heat press, bought yourself a vinyl cutter, bought yourself some inventory like shirts to get started. Say you put that all on a credit card, you know what I'm saying? And so let's say you got sales coming in, right? You got sales coming in. What do you do with that money? I would suggest that you don't pay yourself until you pay your bills. What do I mean by that? I mean, if you charge $500 to a credit card, right? Or let's say that you actually have your business license and you got your actual business set up, is legit. Say you charge $500 to a business credit card, to your personal credit card. When you have money coming in, it's typical that a business is not profitable. Not profitable the first year that it's in business, right? That's like 90% of the time. Your expenses outweigh your income, and that's normal. It's okay if that's the case. Some people don't have that trouble, and some people are positive right out the gate. But if you have to pay your expenses, all of your attention should be focused on paying it off. So for example, I got in at all cash when I first started. So my equipment costs were paid off completely within, like, I don't know, maybe like 4 to 6 months. Probably before that, but it was paid off, right? I paid it off, and then essentially everything that I had after that was cash, was like a cash on cash return. I got everything back. Everything that was coming in after paying that stuff off, after getting that money back, recouping that cost, was positive cash flow. So the only thing that you have to really worry about is keeping track of your inventory and how much you spend on inventory, and making sure that what you got coming in pays for inventory and continues the cash flow, right? That's really all you got to do. You know what I'm saying? That's all you have to keep track of, and you'll be in a good spot. Let's see, everybody's getting over. So, for example, when I just upgraded my equipment, I didn't want to spend the entire all my cash on just buying out this equipment outright. And then I'm gonna tell you why. I just started my business, my official legit business, in January. It's very, very tough when you're a new business, especially at this time, to get approved for business credit, because a lot of businesses are going out of business. So finding credit, lines of credit, credit cards for your actual business entity is a little tough. And when you can find business credit cards, the limits are really, really low, because the banks see the risk, that your risk tolerance is very, very high. So, for example, I got a $5,000 credit card limit for my business, not a personal one, but for my business. So to establish business credit, it's your best intention to put things on credit, to build your rapport, to build your business credit rating. So what I did was I put that $2,000 for that Fusion IQ, the heat press, on there. I put the vinyl cutter on there, right? Put the vinyl cutter on there, and I'm paying those down, right? paying those down. The other thing that I'm doing, why did I say 5,000? It's more than that. It's like $10,000 credit limit. So what else did I do? Now I circulate my inventory cost on my credit card, because that's going to be a reoccurring cost. And instead of me having to keep taking that out of my cash reserves, I'm going to put that on credit and pay that off to establish my credit, establish my standing. What else did I put on there? I put on my Glowforge. I put my Glowforge on there. And that's it. That's all I got on there. The only reoccurring expenses that's going to be on there is going to be my my inventory. So what I'm doing now is instead of like taking that $2,000 to pay for that heat press outright, now I'm going to pay my balance now, my entire balance. I'm going to pay it down by like $500 to $700 a month. And the reason for me doing that is because you don't want to pay everything off right away. You want to establish that you've been paying, that you're making good payments on a regular basis. So $500 to $700 a month. Yeah, you'll have to eat a little bit of interest, but in the long run, it's helping you because you're establishing your credit. Give me 1 second. All right, where was I? My bad, I had to take a little break. What were we talking about? Oh, okay, yeah. So I think I was talking about how to prioritize your expenditures, how to prioritize your spending and how you're spending your money. You got to be smart about it. I know most people would say if you got the cash, pay for it in cash, but what they're not realizing is that, to me, that's fine if you don't really care about the business aspect. But even if you don't have a legit business yet, a legal business yet, if you still have credit cards, have a decent limit or whatever, you still want to continue to build your own credit, because unfortunately this society, this economy is built upon credit. You can't get away from it. You know, and you have to look out for yourself at the end. So again, like I said, I put all of that money on my business credit card with a really nice interest rate, because when you're a business, when you have a legit business and you get business credit, your APR percentages, your percentage rates go down dramatically versus like conventional credit cards. So for example, I've had a Best Buy credit card forever, right? And that damn thing is like 23 to like 29%. And that's how they make their money, right? The only time I use my Best Buy credit card is when they have deals, when they have like really good deals, like 24-month interest-free financing. And banks and lenders are starting to do things like that to get more people using their product. They need people to use credit. They need people to spend money, and so they have to put out deals like this. When they put out deals like 12 months, no 12-month financing, no APR, right? No interest. 24 months, no interest. 36 months, no interest. They're doing that to get you to spend thousands of dollars. So, for example, if you want 24 months, no interest financing, then you're gonna have to spend like over $2,000. So it's things like that. So what I do, I put that stuff on my business credit card, and I pay it off in a manner of which it's going to be cost effective for me, but it's also going to benefit me. $500 to $700 to pay off a little over $7,000 easy, because I can easily go in at any time and say, okay, shit, let me just go ahead and pay this. Let me go ahead and just pay this. I'm saying 5 to 7 now, but I'm trying to look at it in terms of, let me at least go 6 months of having to pay this off. 6 months of paying this off at this price point. It looks really good on your business. That means your business is doing well enough that you're able to pay off a debt like that, a $7,000 debt, within 6 months. You think about it, a lot of people can't pay $7,000 worth of debt on a credit card within 2 or 3 years, right? Most people, would probably take them 24 to 2 to 3 years to pay that off if they really concentrated on paying that off. So you got to think smart, and you got to think on how you're going to help yourself and your business at the end of the day, right? End of the day. But take into consideration everything that you may need when it's time to upgrade, the equipment that you need to succeed. All these things are very, very important. I asked my man Stan Banks earlier. He had a live show earlier today before I went to sleep. When I got off of work, I asked him what has been the hardest financial decision that you've ever had to make. And I think maybe because of the position that he's in, he has a different outlook on that question. I think maybe if you would have asked him maybe 2 or 3 years ago the same question, he would have had a different answer. And maybe he didn't understand my question. When I asked him what is the hardest financial decision you've ever had to make in your business, I'm thinking in terms of what did you have to sacrifice to get to the next level. So for example, in the last 2 months, I've had to make some really hard financial decisions. Not hard meaning hard in the sense that I had to sit down and say, okay, this is where I need my business to, this is how I need my business to operate. I need it to operate here, right? I need it to operate here. Right now, we're operating here. How do I get it to operate here? I need X, Y, and Z. I need a new heat press. I need to upgrade my vinyl cutting capabilities. I need to go 15 plus or larger in the vinyl cutting area. Okay, I need that. I need a bigger space. Okay, I can't go out and buy a commercial space. That doesn't make sense, right? Like, what can I do to maximize the space that I have? I need to convert my garage to a studio space. So these are all the expenses that I'm gonna need to get started. So like I said, these are the things that I've had to think about, and I've had to make a decision. Okay, this is what I need to do to get to the next level. Do I spend the money now, or do I just keep grinding away like I've been doing with the equipment that I have until I get to the point where I feel extremely comfortable with just doing it? Well, the thing is, you just got to just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to just do it. So that would be my answer to what I've experienced as being one of the hardest financial decisions I have had to make. Because I had to say, look, I'm going to go spend $5,000 on this glow forge. It's going to catapult my business dramatically. I'm going to go spend $2,000 on this heat press. I'm going to buy a new vinyl cutter. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to buy tables and equipment for my garage, right? I have to get my garage set up for success, set up as a studio so I can have more room to work on. I have to start spending this money now, right? That's a lot of debt. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of debt. That's a big, that is a big step up, and a big, if you want to call it a risk, because it's a business. Everything's not guaranteed. Your business could be good tomorrow. Your business could be shut down in a week. You don't know, right? So it's a big risk, and that's why it makes a financial decision hard, because you have to believe and you have to know that you are capable of making it happen outside of all the circumstances that would prevent you from doing so, because you have no control over what God can do, over what can happen tomorrow, right? So yeah, that's kind of the answer that I was kind of looking for when I asked him that, but more in his own realm. Like, what did he have to do to get to the next step that might have been a difficult decision that he had to wrestle with to say, okay, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. But kind of the answer they gave me was like, well, if you need it, you need it. If you don't, you don't. And that's about the same answer, but I wanted to go more in depth with that, because no matter how successful you are, you're never too successful to make hard decisions. Millionaires make hard decisions every day. If you want to stay a millionaire, it's all about making hard decisions, right? It's all about making the money-making decisions. Some decisions are not as easy to make to stay profitable as others. Sometimes you have to cut shit. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta cut people out of your life. Sometimes you gotta make hard money decisions. So I'll never act as if I'm so above the game that I don't make hard decisions anymore. Everything's easy, because it's never like that. Your day can turn hard in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I meant when I asked him that question this morning. But anyway, I digress. Anyways, guys, hopefully you take this with a grain of salt. You try to figure out what you need in your business to succeed, and how to spend your money responsibly. That's going to benefit you in the end. And anyways, catch you guys later. Getting some Chick-fil-A. I'm headed to work. I'm out. Peace.